Alrighty, so Pope Benedict was doing some fucked up shit. Okay. Um, so he abused 2 children, and then the people around him were like, "We can't give him children. He's just gonna abuse them." And then he wanted nuns, and so he abused 30 nuns. Um, there was one nun, not a nun, but. And the reason I'm saying this is because I have to fucking clean this shit up. This is why. And so there's 29, they all confess and properly at peace. At least that's what I feel like. And then there was just one, and then I had to fucking clean that shit up. You know what I mean? And so God sees this shit, And so God's like, okay, you want to, Pope Benedict, you want to do some fucked up shit? And because he was the Pope, most people get killed for that, you know what I mean? Most people get killed for abusing children. Most people get killed for abusing nuns. Most people get fucking killed, you know what I mean? But because he was the Pope, some people thought he was untouchable. We're just going to listen to what the Pope says. We're just going to fucking do it. You know what I mean? If he wants to fuck us, let him fuck us, you know what I mean? Guys, girls, don't matter, Age don't matter, right? Age is just a number, right? And so that happens. And then so God's like, okay, And so we force resignation. And then Pope Francis becomes the Pope. Now, interesting. 11 fucking years, Benedict was being just off and fucking doing whatever the fuck you gotta fucking, what the fuck are you gonna do? 11 years. You know what I mean? And so Pope Francis is Pope. Now, early on, when Pope Francis was 21, interesting number, 21. I'm 21 years old. Interesting how that fucking works out. So, Pope Francis did a lot of good work early on. Like when he was younger. A lot of good work. Now, a lot of good work was done. And then the same problems came to Pope Francis again. And he's like, he looked back and he said, I did all that work and now we're still getting the same problems. This is why we say, different day, same shit. It's the same shit over and over again, you know what I mean? Different day, same shit. Now, Pope Francis, he gave in to it at the end. You know what I mean? Early on, he was fighting back, and then at the end, he gave into it, and he was getting, fucked in the ass by some dudes, you know what I mean? And this was, he was so quiet about sodomites, 1 Corinthians 6, verse 9 and 10, sodomites don't enter heaven, fornicators don't enter heaven. Because at the end, he was just giving them. And so I killed Pope Francis. How you doing? You know what I mean? And so he's out, right? And then we get Pope Leo. I wonder what we're supposed to do there, And so Pope Leo's the Pope, and he's doing the same shit as Benedict was, Slightly less, like just only a couple nuns, like four or five nuns, but the same shit, blowjobs, the same shit, And then I kill him, you know what I mean? And then he's like, what the fuck, you know what I mean? What are we supposed to do? That used to be the joke, you know what I mean? You guys can't kill me because if you kill me, the Pope dies. I don't give a fuck about the Pope. I don't care. You know what I mean? This is not it's not like if you kill me, then the Pope dies. Like, I already know that happens. But it's like, I did nothing, you know what I mean? And I got the most shit, you know what I mean? The most shit, you know what I mean? So it's like, what am I supposed to do? Right now, in my position, what am I supposed to do? You know what I mean? I'm just going to look at all of you. You're all fucking stupid, you know what I mean? Every single one of you, you're all fucking stupid. It's the same shit over and over again. When are you going to learn, And we do the joke, it's the circle, OCIA. the circle, it's the same loop over and over again. You gotta square it. It's like, you know what I mean? You're all fucking stupid. You know what I mean? Every single one of you, you know? And so Pope Leo's dead, you know what I mean? Zelensky wants to fucking bark. The meeting between Trump and Putin in Alaska is not gonna do anything. I orchestrated that fucking meeting, Zelensky. You can go fuck yourself, you know what I mean? Suck on my dick, come to my house, you know what I mean? Come to my church, you know what I mean? 1 Ponte Chiara, Lake Elsinore, California, 92532. St. Francis of Rome, Wildemar, if you're a bitch, you know what I mean? I'm famous, you're not, you know, sit down, dog. Sit, you know what I mean? Let me walk you, you know what I mean? Let me walk you, you know what I mean? And so that's the joke, you know what I mean? The Jews, this is why we say this. Oh, you're Jewing me again. The Jews, they want to use like child pornography. We have this guy, we set up cameras and we put a child with him and he abused the child. And now you have to do what we say or we're going to release a video. You're fucking stupid, you know what I mean? Go to the Roman Catholic Church, you know what I mean? Sit for one service and it's all going to go away, you know what I mean? Like all this shit, you know what I mean? This is why we say this. It's better if you didn't do it, but if you did, go to confession, you know what I mean? Like fucking go to a Catholic Holy Mass, you know what I mean? And all that shit's just gonna get rid of, you know? And you move on to the next shit, you know what I mean? A lot of bullshit. It's a lot of bullshit, you know what I mean? You can't use anyone to get to me. I'm unfucking touchable. Like, I want to die. I want to, you know what I mean? I can't, you know? It's one of those things, like, it's God's punishment that I'm here, you know what I mean? And so this is the joke. I don't care what you did. I'm going to call you out, Esmeralda. I don't give a fuck. I'll release every secret in the whole world. I don't give a fuck, you know. Father Henry, fucked you in the ass when you were 16. I don't care, you know what I mean? It's all my money, you know what I mean? All of it, you know? Thank you so much, you know what I mean? It's the same shit, you know? The same shit over and over again. And that used to be the joke. You go to church, and then you fuck someone, and then you become no one, and no one talks to you. I love being no one. It's my favorite thing in the world. Walking into that building and having no one talk to me, everyone fucking knows my name. Like, this is not a joke. Everyone knows my name. I can't walk into a building without getting recognized. This is why I say I'm the king. I'm literally the king. Anywhere in this whole fucking city, everyone fucking knows me, my face, and my name. You know what I mean? Why is that? You know what I mean? That used to be the joke. Like, that used to be the joke. You know what I mean? It's like, it's too fucking easy. The girls are so stupid. You have no fucking idea. To look at a girl and control her, that shit, I don't want that. You know what I mean? And so when I see a girl that doesn't do that, I'm like, oh my gosh, not every girl just listens to what I think. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're telling me that they can control themselves? You know what I mean? This is fucking outrageous. For too long, I've told you, I've been given too much fucking power. You know what I mean? Too much. You know, I need to be humbled. And it's like, I can't get humbled. You know why? Because I did nothing. You know what I mean? I did fucking nothing. You know? And I got the most shit. You know what I mean? So thank you for all the money. Thank you. And this is the joke. You know? When you abuse a woman, the woman gives you a penny. I wonder what's going to happen. You know what I mean? John always gets his fucking money. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And this is why you can't leave the Roman Catholic Church, because the devil will bring you back. Everyone know that? You know the guy who strangled Epstein to death. How you doing? You know, yesterday, he was following me home. You know what I mean? That's the joke. You know what I mean? I taught you everything you know about, and that's why you killed Epstein, remember? And we put a bunch of fucking red, orange fucking towels in there, purgatory. You know what I mean? That's the joke, you know what I mean? I scare the fuck out of you for a reason, you know what I mean? I scare you so bad, you just believe in God, you know what I mean? It's just one of those things. It's not that fucking difficult, people. You know what I mean? The game is too easy. It's too fucking easy. And you think, I've seen more than you know what I mean? Let's abuse children. Let's fuck boys, you know? Unfortunately, if we fuck girls, you know, someone will just take our chain away. It always happens, you know? I got 3 chains, you know? It was a girl who gave me every single one. So we can't fuck the girls, unfortunately, because you'll just get your chain taken away for some reason. I don't know why that happens. And so we fuck the boys, because when you fuck the boys, they get fucked up, and then we do the same cycle, and we get the same cycle going, everyone. And so the boy fucks other boys or girls, and then those people, you know, fuck boys and girls, go all the way, and it just keeps on going, you know? It's like the same circle over and over again, you know? And we create the more circles, you know what I mean? And then we fucking ruin the world, everyone. Yes, let's ruin the world, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't give a fuck. I'm trying to tell you people, I don't like none of you. I hate everyone. That's my secret. I don't like none of you. I did it without anyone in the fucking world, you know what I mean? I did it all by myself, you know what I mean? And because I did it all by myself, I get to call all of you fucking stupid. You know, this is why in that one song, there's one song called First Day Out. I do it better than you niggas, okay? I do it better than you niggas, and this is why we say, whoever sits in the shit longest gets all the money, gets the most money. How you doing? Congratulations. I'm here for my money. You know what I mean? Just deliver the money to me. Unfortunately, I got too much, you know, I got a lot going on in my life. There's a lot going on. I got a lot, you know. Unfortunately, I do a whole lot of nothing, you know, in my life. I go home and I do a whole lot of nothing, you know what I mean? Most people have jobs and families. I'm just by myself here. I don't know what to do, you know what I mean? Putin, how you doing? You know what I mean? Hopefully we do the meeting right, you know what I mean? That's the joke. I don't know what you're telling you people, you know what I mean? Like, Putin thinks he's this real gangster. Oh, I don't fucking... You want to fuck one of my people? We're going to war. And it's like, okay, let's go to war. And that's going to be the fucking joke. When the peace agreement's going to go out, we're going to go back to the same borders before the war 2 years ago. We're going to use the same fucking borders. And I want the picture to be Putin on the right, Trump in the middle, and Zelensky on the left. And I want Zelensky and Putin to be shaking hands, and then I want Trump, the same way he did with Azure Zamam and fucking whatever the fuck the other guy's name is, you know what I mean? The same thing. Then we put, I'm going to show you exactly. You put the middle hands, Trump needs to put his hands in the middle. It's too easy, people. It's too fucking easy, you know? It's not that difficult. It's God is not that difficult to believe in. I'm trying to tell you people, this is why I joke. Which God do I believe in? You know what I mean? I don't know why I go to the Roman Catholic Church again. I fucking forgot, you know? Everyone, I forgot my fucking name. I created that game, people. This is why people commit suicide. You know? Because no one helps them believe in God. You just need yourself. You know why I created that rule? Because you're stupid. You know what I mean? And so let's have more war. I tried stopping this war. No. I want more war. Let's drop the nukes on them. Let's get the guns out. Let's start shooting. Everyone. It's like the purge. Everyone come out of your house with your gun. This is why America, we have the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment. I wonder why. Whatever. Get your guns, everyone. Let's start shooting up the whole world right now. Let's start killing everyone on the street. Just grab a gun, grab a bunch of ammo, and just start killing everyone. Let's do that, everyone. Who's with me? Everyone. Who's with me? Hip, yeah. Let's do that right now. Let's start killing everyone. Yeah. You know what I mean? Fuck peace. We don't need peace in this world. We need to kill everyone. Yay. Then when we have war, then we can call out to God. We don't need to repent right now. Fuck no. You know what I mean? The clock hasn't hit 12 o'clock. God's not coming back. God is a joke, everyone. Yeah. We don't believe in God. We're fucking stupid. Yeah. Everyone, let's say it. We're all stupid. Yeah. Elon, how you doing? You know what I mean? I think Elon's dead. I think he committed suicide, you know? I want to explain Elon. So Elon, the Illuminati. Oh my gosh, the Illuminati. They're so scary people. They're Illuminati. They use the diamond. Oh my gosh, the Illuminati. They are very scary. I don't want to fuck with the Illuminati. Did you see what they did to Elon? Elon thought that if he listened to them, he would get all the money and control. And so Elon, being a fucking idiot, he listened to the Illuminati, and the Illuminati's like, okay, Elon, you need to fuck X. This is the joke, people. Everyone know X? This is the cross. Let's pervert the cross, you know? What's the X? This is why on my chair, we need to move this. Let me show you. On my chair it says down in X right there. I'm down in X, everyone. Everyone, I'm down in X, you know. And so that was the joke. The Illuminati had Elon. Believe it or not, the Illuminati, they don't... I'm trying to tell you, most people, if you stay clean, you don't got to get clean. But you can just, I don't know, you can fuck someone in the ass and then be with them forever. You know, I don't know how to tell you, people. This is why we say you talk to no one, and then all your problems go away. I wonder who created that rule. And so, they fucked Elon, and then Elon wanted more money and power, and then the Illuminati went to Elon and said, Elon, you need to fuck X, your child, and then you'll get more power than Trump, and you'll become the president, and you'll rule the world. Now what? You know, this is why Trump said, Elon is a good guy, he just made a mistake. This is why we say that. It's not that bad, you know what I mean? It really isn't that bad, you know? You rape little boys, you rape your own family, your own children, that's okay. And this is why we say, if you do it to our family, if you do it to our family, we're going to do it to yours, you know what I mean? This is why I created that rule, you know what I mean? And I don't give a fuck. I don't. It's too easy. Everyone at the top, this is why we don't talk in church. If you talk in church, you're stupid. You're fucking stupid. You know what I mean? I wonder what's gonna happen, because if you get to my level, everyone just believes in God. You know what I mean? It's not complicated. Just do what God said to do. It's not fucking complicated, you know? The joke is that, you know, I just stay above water for some reason. I don't go down. This is why the joke is like, oh, I need to chase after that fish. And so you jump into the water and you chase after the fish, you know, you fucking sin. That's the joke, people, you know what I mean? It's the joke. Unfortunately, I just stay underwater. I'm like the Navy, I'm just on the boat, just going on, you know what I mean? I just cast the nets and let fucking everyone else fucking, you know, this is the joke. Everyone, you go on ahead of me. Everyone, I don't actually believe in God. You go on ahead of me. I'll stay on earth. You all go into heaven. You all go and believe in God. I will stay back. I need to think about these things. This is the joke. This is the joke, people. It's not that difficult, people. And this is why we need a what? Ceasefire. We need a ceasefire with audit. Are we going to audit him? Let's throw everything at him, you know what I mean? And he just... It's too easy, you know. This is why the bishops like fucking, you can just stay at home and pray. You don't need to come to church, little kid. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. You know, this is why I show my face. I tell you where I live. I tell you my fucking name. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I show my face. You know, I don't give a fuck. I'm not afraid to walk into anyone. I don't go to your fucking house. You sure as fuck ain't coming to mine, even though I broadcast my fucking location to everyone. I wonder why I created that rule, you know what I mean? This is why we say, once you meet the devil, he's not that bad of a guy, you know? You just gotta get to know me, you know what I mean? You know, if you think I'm the bad guy, you know what I mean? I'll show you. I'll make you really, really sad, you know what I mean? Really sad. And you know why I said that? You have to go through my whole life to know who I am. And we've all went through my whole life. It's very sad. It's very sad. And this is why I say I live the saddest life in the whole world. Yeah, it's true. But because I did that, I get all the money. And this is the joke. You know what I mean? I want more money in heaven. You know what I mean? I want the most money. I'm looking at eternal life here. You know what I mean? All of you are going to hell for ever talking to me. But I want everyone to come to me and touch me and talk to me. Because I want your money. You know what I mean? I'm going to make you very sad. Because I'm not baptized. I have 3 crosses. You know what I mean? And I want to freaking boast. I want to come in here. I want to boast. I freaking got this bracelet. I got 2 bracelets. You know what I mean? I want to come in here and I want to boast to everyone. You know, it's not that difficult. Everyone thinks it's difficult to be a priest. I have 3 crosses, you know, and I like it. It's like, you know, Our Lady of Knots. Our Lady of Knots is very, very interesting story about Our Lady of Knots. Very interesting how Our Lady does that. You know what I mean? It's really, everyone, you shouldn't be a priest. It's really difficult to be a priest. In fact, it's one of the most difficult jobs in the world, you know what I mean? You have to not fuck people. You have to not rape people. It's really difficult. You know, I walk out of my house and I literally have to go, you know, God be with me today. I don't want to rape anyone today. You know what I mean? I know I raped the whole world. I know I fucked everything, you know what I mean? I don't want to rape anyone today. I really have to think. Like, I have to, like, mentally go and, like, I don't want to rape my own family. I don't want to rape your family. And so every time I leave the house, I gotta, like, put my armor on and carry my sword and, oh my gosh, hopefully I don't rape anyone today. Hopefully I don't touch anyone. You know what I mean? It's very difficult. You know, it's very, very, very difficult. And I have to, like, so on the outside, I look very strong. You know, I know I drive the white car. On the outside, I look very good. You know what I mean? I'm not going to rape you. You know what I mean? That's the joke. That's a fucking joke. You know what I mean? You can think for yourself, you stupid cunt. And this is the joke. I know it's all in our head, but you people are fucking stupid. I just want to tell you that. You know what I mean? I don't say that. I just know it. You know what I mean? There's some things you don't need to say. We all know it. You know? You're all stupid. You know, every one of you. You know what I mean? It's very difficult to be a priest. It's very difficult. You know, you have to not fuck your parishioners. You have to not fuck your family. It's very difficult. It's especially for you ladies. You have to walk around and not get raped. It really is that fucking difficult. Hopefully you ladies don't get raped. You know what I mean? Hopefully. It's too easy. It's too fucking easy. You know, that used to be the joke. You went to a restaurant. Oh, do I want it easy or fucking hard? All of it's too easy. All of it's shit. It's too easy. You know what I mean? I want more money. And this is the joke, you know. You shouldn't have done it in the first place. But if you do it, John is gonna collect his money. You know, I'm gonna collect my fucking money. I'm gonna smile, laugh in your face. Ha ha. Thank you. Sin doesn't feel good. Are we learning? Are we? You know what I mean? Maybe you need to go fuck some more people and realize, you need the X, remember? There's different crosses. I know there's the T cross, but there's also the X cross, remember? The slanted one, Or actually, I don't know nothing. Do I wear the chain? Fuck. Oh my gosh. I'm not wearing any head covering, and I'm not wearing the chain. Oh my gosh. What's going to happen to me? Am I going to hell? No. I can't. Once saved, always saved. I can never go to hell, even if I wanted to, you know what I mean? This is the joke. It's too easy. It's too easy. Please, give me some more. I want some more, buddy. Please, just deliver it. I don't want to leave my house. Just deliver it. You know what I mean? I don't have to drive to the Roman Catholic Church. I want the church to come to me. You know what I mean? So all you can just come to me, and then I'll fix everything, because that's what I'm fucking known for. And so give me my fucking money, you cunts.